Alright, hello everyone. Whoever is watching, welcome back. In this live stream, I'm going to animate the walk cycle for scene 3. So to review, let's go ahead and watch scene 3. So that is what it used to look like, but I'm going to make it better. So let's go to Blender real quick. And hold on just 1 second. Alrighty, I'm back. So, I have a little setup right here. I've added a red lines category so we can keep her on the ground because she was just kind of all over the place earlier. Well, actually, no, that's not too bad. But I want her to stay at that line right there. Anywho, I have a setup right here. Her face is missing because I redid it. I'm simply going to copy and paste for every keyframe. I love it where you can just copy and paste things. And this looks a little weird because I'm also redoing her arms. I drew new arms and new hands, and I sort of drew new legs, but not really. And I wanted her skirt to flow, or her dress to flow a little more. If you can tell the difference, it used to be this, which is actually not bad. And now it's this, and it flows a little more. So, what I was taught in animation class was that it's really nice to start in the middle, like I might have to add another keyframe. Yeah, this one right here, right? Yeah. Wait, no, that wasn't right. This one. Yeah. All right. So now that I've added that one, this one right here would be the middle. And then I would just work my way down. Like, then I would do probably this one, and then maybe this one, or this one. And then I would do the in-betweens. So I would start at 1 and then do 5 right there, and then I would go ahead and do 3, the in-between. That's what that's called. And because of the onion skins, you can turn that on or off right there. It makes it so much easier to animate because you can actually look at it and look at what it was before and what you drew after, like on frame 5. The green, I've got the green set as before and the blue after. And I can actually change the colors right here. But I actually like that setup a lot. I don't want anything too bright or anything like that because that looks like the onion skin. I don't think it's going to redo it. Alright. So that's got the legs, and I'm also redoing the arms. Because, not gonna lie, that wasn't great. All I did was I copied and pasted. See, I just copied that. And I pasted it on here, and then I just rotated it a little bit. Which that's not half bad either. The rotation is correct, I'm noticing. Or it looks correct. I don't know what that line is about right there. Oh no, I don't want that. And then I still have this, which, yikes, needs a lot of work. This must be an older version. I thought I had fixed this. I did fix this. This must be an older version. But look at this point right here. I was focusing on that point instead of simply drawing a red line like this and keeping her right at that red line. But I'm here to fix it now, so it's fine. It's going to look so much better. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to put the microphone on mute. I would really like to play some music, but I don't know how, I don't know what the rules are for that, so we're just gonna let that be. But I will put my microphone on mute. I actually said I wasn't going to do this, but it actually looked good when I did it, so I don't know, let's try it. I might leave the arms alone for now and do the legs. I need to look at a walk cycle. But let's go ahead and really all I'm doing here, and I'm gonna start at frame 5. Okay, and I want to lock this so I can't select it. Okay, sorry about that. There's another line there. Hang on. What the heck? What's the point of that? Alrighty, I might just delete that one. But I have this frame and that frame to determine what to do here. Actually, there's not a lot to do there, honestly. I don't know, I might just cut that out. This is very rough for the first walk cycle. Well, actually, yeah, I would say that this is my first walk cycle. Well, I did a very tiny walk cycle. I mean, tiny. It was the very first scene of the short film. And it was tiny. Because, you know, in the very first scene, she was all the way down there. Yeah, here we go. Hopefully. Watch this real quick. Tiny. Let's actually see. Kind of curious. I don't actually know if I have the file, but I'm actually kind of curious. Oh, I do. Sick. Alright. Well, let's look at scene 1. This is the very first animation of the short film. Oh my goodness. Tiny, tiny. Alright. There we go. Okay, so this is the very first animation I did for the short film. Tiny, tiny, tiny. I don't know why I couldn't zoom her up, but yeah, that was my first animation, so yeah. But, oh no, where'd she go? Haha, look, she's so tiny. Oh, that's when I was trying to figure out, like, should I just have, because nobody's gonna see, like, all the details because she's so far away. But I decided to put lines there instead of just doing fills. Wow. Oh my gosh. Alright, wait. Let's just do this so I don't have to go back and forth. It's like she's scooting. She's just scooting along right there. What in the world? Oh my goodness. Hey, at least it worked. But, yeah, that looks terrible. But that was my very first animation, so. What? Oh. Why does she keep switching like that, bro? Oh my gosh. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. Alright, here we go. Whoa. She just went all sorts of directions. So, yeah. That was my very first animation in the short film. And she doesn't even have the rim effect. Of course, you can't see her, so that's probably why. But that's what this looks like. That's terrible. Of course, it would be like that. I'm not gonna do that, but that's what that is. I love that effect. That is on, like, almost all of the, well, except this one, I guess. But that's on almost all of the animations I have of her for the cliff set. Now there are 4 sets, I think. There might actually be 5. Let me check. Oh, cool! It automatically went. That's cool because I just clicked off of it and let y'all hanging. Anyway, there's the cliff set, set 2. There's a set 4. Is there actually 4? No, there is 5. Yeah, there are 5 sets. They're all 3D. Not one of them is 2D. And some 3D models I actually got from a 3D repository for Blender. And that come out really handy because I am not good at 3D modeling. I will learn how to though in school later on. But for now, it's just like, you know, I'm not gonna. Of course, in one of the scenes, I might have to redo a cash register model. I tried to look for a cash register model, and the only model that they had was like a really old cash register, and it's hilarious. But it's like, it's super old, and it does not fit. So I might have to make another one, or I might have to make one myself, or see if they have one now. But it's just funny. Some objects are actually 2D. Instead, I have a pair of jeans and an iron that are 2D objects. Let me see if I can show you the iron real quick. Okay, so here is the iron. And it is a 2D object. Of course, that is the old iron. I made a new one because the cord was causing problems because it's not 3D, so it was literally going into the shelf that I put it on. It's like, no, 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 we can't have that. Nope. But I ended up putting the plug on the side. If I can get to it on the side right here. I just moved it up a little bit, messed with the cord, and it worked. It wasn't going into the shelf anymore, so that's a good thing. So I'm supposed to be animating and I end up telling y'all stories. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue. The mic will be on mute. That is incorrect right there. This leg is incorrect. I don't know what happened here. But this is correct. That's a full animation right there. So, copy and paste, I guess. And let's see. What the heck is that? That's the same animation. Or was that intentional? I have no idea, honestly. What? Wait, what? Yeah, no. No, I don't like that. This was intentional, however. Where it just snaps. I don't like that. But I'm here to make something better. And we have onion skins. So I need to get... Dang. I think this leg highlighted is correct, but the other one is not. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste that and just leave it like that. And this is what in betweens are. This is an in between. So I look at the green and I look at the blue and I go in the middle. That's the wrong thing. And I go in the middle. So in the middle of this, see, I'm looking at this point and this point right here. So the middle would be probably right there. And that's it. And I'm just gonna copy and paste. And to fix this, I love this tool, but make sure that I'm in 5.2 and I just realized that this was off and it was not keeping the end caps. So what I was doing, I was literally selecting all of it, going under stroke and selecting rounded caps until I realized that I could check that setting and it will stay like it was. So there are many things to find out in 5.2 that I have not yet. So yeah, that looks better. Except now this leg is incorrect. Yay! So I'm gonna delete that. That looks weird. Why does that look weird? What in the world, bro? What in the world? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Look at the lines! What is wrong with her leg, bro? The lines are crazy! Okay, I'm just gonna try to do, I guess I'm just gonna do an in-between right here. I don't know what else to do, really. Except, like, get rid of this frame entirely. Okay, so I'm looking at this dot and this dot, so the middle is going to be right here, sort of. And I guess the lines are going to continue to be crazy, because I don't really know what else to do. What the heck, is that right? No, it's not. No, it's right here. I was looking at another line. Okay. No, I still don't like that. No, what I think needs to be done is this needs to go back a little bit. It just needs to be rotated, and that would probably fix it. Now this looks weird. Actually, no, that actually looks really good. I might just keep this one. Do I have another copy? Dang it. I'm going to keep that because I don't want to draw another one. And oh no, I just got rid of it. Okay. I'm going to paste it on there. I'll just put it wherever it sticks right now, because bruh. Yeah, I think maybe this needs to rotate now. I think it just looks weird because it's not in alignment with the red line. I think in order for it to be in alignment with the red line, it would have to be right there. And I can just make a new and this is going to look stupid. I will say some of my newer stuff does not look like my older stuff. Like the character completely changed to me. Like she has more character now. It's weird. She just looks a little different. Like these stripes on her dress, they are not there anymore. I just randomly decided to take them out because I thought it looked better like that. And it's like, well, wait a minute, all these other scenes, but it's like, it's fine. It's just a tiny detail that's gonna be left out. Okay, so, okay, wow, yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, shoot, look at that. Shoot. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. And find the middle somewhere. So I'm looking at this dot and this dot. And I'm looking at this dot and this dot right here. So the middle would be right there. And this dot, that's kind of hard to see, but it's there. And then where would the middle be from here? Probably that looks stupid. But are we sure this might have to, I don't think that was right. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty much sloppy because I'm redoing one of my old animations from like over a year ago, so it's gonna be sloppy, but it's fine. And I'll probably copy and paste again. Actually, I think yeah, it was on this frame and then I moved it. What the heck? Hang on, maybe it's not tilted anymore. So maybe, or is that the same? I'm gonna take that off. To unselect like that, you just hold Shift. Let's just make okay. At least what in the world? Good grief, I had no idea what I was doing. This is just funny. Alright. And I love this tool. Just make sure that this is on, because it's really annoying to change the caps over and over. I just love this tool. Ah, I knew it would do that. Look at that. Maybe it was like that. I have no idea. Yeah, it needs some polishing, but I think that's a pretty solid walk cycle. Very sloppy, but pretty solid, considering. Oh. Wow, it's already been 40 minutes of this stream. It don't seem like it. Okay, I think this front leg is correct, but I don't know why. That's that no. No, just no. It should be going up. Again, I don't know what was in my head when I was making this. Yeah, like that. What in the world, bro? What in the world? Man, that is not, folks, that is not how you do a walk cycle. And I'm gonna keep that, actually, and just fill it in. And I don't know, I don't really know why the size of the strokes keeps changing after every version, because used to, the size would be that. And that's just what I did. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it was a bigger drawing. I like up here where you just have this. Actually, that might have been there before, but I like how this is up here now. it used to be down here, and it would have you would have a check mark right here saying, do you want stroke or do you want fill or do you want both? And then you would check either one, but now it's up here. So that's fill and then that's both. Let me find a basic. So that's both, which I don't want that. And then this is fill. Well, let me put it back on. This is fill. It's so 3D. Okay, so I'm going to continue to fill this in. Well, actually, I'm not going to do that until I'm sure of the animation. But yeah, no, just no, that's incorrect. So I'm going to delete that. This is correct, however. I don't know how. But now I have an in between. Yay. I guess that's fine. Okay. So here we go again. I'm going to be looking in the middle. So from this dot to this dot, I would say that would be the middle. Wait a second. Nah, it needs to go hurt. Well, maybe not. No, that is correct. All right. Yeah, actually, let me do this again. Let's just do this again. And then do this. Maybe like that. And I'll kind of look in the middle. Very sloppy, but I think it's right. It's better than the other one. Wow. Very sloppy, but it's right, at least. So, there's that. And I gotta finish this. And then the rest of that is, yeah, that needs work. But I think the first 5 are correct until we get to 13. And I'll go ahead and move this marker right here. I don't know what it was for anyway. And I will continue animating from there. And we have about 10 minutes left on the stream. I usually keep it to an hour so that I can go do stuff afterwards. But yeah, I will just be continuing on, probably using the trim tool and getting some of the lines out of where they're not supposed to be. What was that? Oh, I made a new keyframe. Because I am pretty sure of that animation. I think it actually looks good. It is very sloppy, but I think it's correct. And then everything after 13 needs to be polished, because that does not look good. I might just animate the rest of it and do a before and after in my next stream. But that might be sometime next weekend or the weekend after, maybe. But I might just animate the rest of it and do a before and after. I also never animated the arms, but I need to look at a walk cycle. But yeah, that is from memory right there, because it is very sloppy. Okay, I'm going to put the microphone on mute and finish up. Okay, I have to fix this. I hate the lines. They look stupid. So, and then I'll have a nice, well, no, I won't. I won't have an in-between. Dang it. I was gonna say that I would have a nice in-between, but I won't. Oh, good grief. That does not look good. I think it's the foot. It needs to be rotated. It's delete that. This is the easiest way to connect lines. Alright. Yeah, no, that still looks stupid. Oh, yes. But that looks good. This does not. I'm not really sure what happened here. But just, so we started here, and we need to go, like, here. And then I'm just going to make the rest up. I don't know why I'm so far away from it. Yeah, I don't like that either. No, that's too rotated. Maybe. I don't like the lines like that, though. Hey, we're getting somewhere. That looks right. I need to redraw it, but it looks right. There's just a couple minutes left on the stream. So that clock is a couple minutes off. I think we're getting somewhere though, at least. I think this had a line in it, so I don't know, something's still kind of off about it. Maybe like that. I don't know what this extra line is about. Nah. Yeah, no, I still don't like that. Maybe this first. Or this needs to be redone. Okay. And then this first, maybe. Yeah. Okay, got it. Then I'll probably just add that back. Don't know why that happened. So this was before, or no, this is after, actually. No, I actually think it does need to go there instead of on this frame. I don't think that's correct. Like that. No, gee. Maybe like that. And then, of course, that. Yeah, I think that's correct. So now I can move the marker to 15. But unfortunately, we are out of time. It has been an hour and 2 minutes, actually. But it's fine. I'm always late. But anywho, whoever was watching, thank you so much for watching this live stream. I will be doing another one here in a week or two, maybe in the weekend. And that live stream will probably be, like I said, just me doing a before and after of this animation. I will probably have this whole thing animated, and I'll be doing a before and after of that, and I'll probably also be doing another scene. So if you want to see another scene in the short film, stay tuned. Keep on the lookout for another live stream. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later in another stream.